But the thing that is going to make the biggest difference, the thing that makes this video different from every other video on goals, is if you actually sit down and figure out. Hi everyone, and welcome back to my channel. I could not be more excited about this video because not only is talking about goals and changing your life one of my absolute favorite topics to talk about, this is actually the 5th sequential year that I have created an annual goals video. I started creating this video setting goals for 2016, and it is now going on to setting goals for 2021. What I really like to do in these videos though is each year progress on what I've learned to change my own life through the process of goal setting. But I always like to structure this video around setting goals, but actually being able to achieve them as well. So this video is really going to be broken down into 2 parts: how to set goals for 2021 and how to actually achieve those goals in the new year. What I'd like to say, however, is that my intention with this video is to really switch gears from the usual hustle towards your goals, discipline, willpower. And what I want to do is instead empower you to realize that 2020 was an incredibly challenging year for all of us. I know there was a lot of opportunity for growth, but needless to say, all of us were, whether it was economically or health-wise or mental health-wise, we all went through challenges with the global pandemic. And so rather than making this a video about how can you hustle and grind towards having an epic 2021, I want to talk about how can you make 2021 a year that you will enjoy. A year where you still grow and still take action and still show up for yourself and your dreams, but you do it from a place of fun and flow and pleasure and just going a little bit easy on yourself. Coming out of the state of 2020, I think the last thing that any of us needs is to force ourselves into a further state of stress. And so my intention is to show you in this video how you can still be productive and still achieve your goals, but do it from a place that really feels good and really feels like fun, flow, and pleasure. So, if you did like this video, I would very much appreciate it if you gave it a big thumbs up for the 5th year in a row. I'm gonna leave all of the other years linked down below so you can go check them out and see the progression that I have made in my own life and in my business. But also, if you're new around here, I would love for you to subscribe. I've got a challenge going on at the moment. It is the Change Your Life Challenge series. This is the 3rd video that I have created, and I have lots more exciting to come. Lastly, I do just want to say that if you do want a little bit extra about crafting your vision, I have a free workbook called How to Live an Extraordinary Life. You can download that in the link in the description. All right, that's enough rambling. Let's get into the goals video, starting with how to actually set goals. The first thing that I like to do when I'm setting goals for the new year is develop a theme for the entire year. How do you want to feel at the end of the year? And what is the big focus that you would like to have for yourself and your life for the new year? For me, for 2021, I have actually chosen the theme of party. I know it sounds weird. People usually talk about growth or confidence, but mine is party. I am a very extroverted person, so naturally this year was more challenging for me in terms of being disconnected from the things that I love to do and the people that I love to see. And also I realized that I love taking action, that I love taking action. And what I mean by that, I know it sounds confusing, is I love to just enjoy my life. I personally believe that life should be enjoyed, that every day should feel like a party, or my new slogan, every day is a vacay. And so my theme for the year is really party. How can I make every day feel like fun and joy and like life is a dance floor? Maybe for you, you do want to make your year focused around health or growth or community growth or challenging yourself, or as Yes Theory says, seeking discomfort. What's that overall theme that you would like to create for your year? The second thing that you want to do around the theme is actually start to brainstorm heaps of ways in which you can actually bring that theme to life. I think what a lot of people do is they set a theme for the year and then they just forget about it because naturally life gets in the way. Now, life's always going to get in the way, but if you set yourself up for success by brainstorming a big big list of all the ways in which you can make your life feel like a party, or seek discomfort, or challenge yourself for growth, or focus on health, then you've almost got a blueprint backup plan for any time you start to feel a little stagnant or you're starting to feel a little uninspired. You can retract back to that list that you created and get yourself back on track towards bringing your theme to life. For example, I've actually already started this, by the way, but for example, even yesterday, I felt myself getting a little uninspired, but I've actually already created this list. And one of the things on my list was have a spontaneous dance party. And so in the afternoon, rather than sitting around and scrolling on social media, I actually ended up having a little spontaneous dance party because, again, my theme is party. And today I feel so much more inspired than I would have if I ended up just scrolling all afternoon. So think about when you've got spaces between action taking, or you're starting to feel a little stuck and stagnant, this blueprinted list that is in pursuit of your theme for the year is going to help you fill those gaps and get back to feeling motivated. Now, the second step is all about setting the actual goals. What is it that you actually want to achieve in 2021? 2021? Yeah. I want you to ask yourself two questions. What at the end of 2021 is going to make me feel the most happy and fulfilled? And what at the end of 2021 is going to make me feel the most proud? When it comes to setting goals, it's really easy to just set all of the classic goals, lose weight, save more money, declutter my house more often, go on a vacation, and all these things are absolutely great, but are we just chasing this kind of society's definition of success still, even as entrepreneurs? Or are we truly, truly following what intuitively is going to make us feel proud and fulfilled? So for me, I actually sat down and I really spent some time on this, and I started thinking about what are sort of 2 to 3 things that by the end of 2021, if I have either achieved or worked on achieving and got kind of close, that I'm going to feel happy, fulfilled, and proud to do. So for me, it was actually to double my income, so the income that I made this year, and I have lots of reasons behind why I want to do that, including investing in more properties, taking my parents on more holidays, being able to host free events for my membership, and I would feel really happy and fulfilled if I, made the money, but also if I was able to accomplish those things because of the money. And then the other one for me is that I really want to fight in a Muay Thai fight. Don't tell anyone yet, I'm still shooting myself, but I would absolutely love to do that. And so there's a lot of health focuses and goals that I would have to achieve around that thing, but by the end of the year, I would feel ultra happy and really proud of myself if I took that action. And so I would say that rather than creating this big list of all of the goals that you have, try to just think of 2 or 3 big things that you would ultimately feel like 2021 was a success if you achieved them, or even if you got close to achieving. Remember, goals are never necessarily just about whether you achieve them or not. It's about the action that you take to at least try and the growth that you make in the process. So what I would say is, rather than inundating yourself with a whole laundry list of things that you need to do, and that you need to accomplish in order to feel successful, what is going to make you feel really, really proud? But the second part of that, because I'm sure there are going to be alternate areas of your life that you still want to progress and grow in, just make a list. Make a list of all the things that would be nice to do in 2021. So you're going to have 2 lists essentially. A list with 2 to 3 goals that you're really going to push yourself to grow and to focus on, and write them on your wall and don't forget them, and really have them at the forefront of what you're striving to achieve in the new year. But then have another list, a would be nice list. What this does is it allows you to still have other areas and other goals that you can focus on without having the deep pressure of, oh, I'm going to feel like a failure if I don't achieve this. Maybe on this other list there's try a new hobby, travel to a new place, make more friends, get your health in shape, eat like this, work out like that, like all of the would be nice things that you could do and that you could work on, but they're not those big things that are ultimately going to make you feel like the year was a success. Why I want to say to do this is because I still feel like it's important to have multiple areas that we're working on developing ourselves in, but I realize that as human beings, we just put so much pressure on ourselves. And like I said in the beginning, that's what we don't want to be doing. doing in 2021. We instead want to make it a year where we work on our self-compassion and work on reducing our stress, and our self-love we want to focus on. And so by setting yourself up for failure, by saying, if I don't achieve these 15 different things, I'm going to feel unhappy or unsuccessful, that is not going to accomplish that self-compassion. So have a few big goals that you want to achieve next year, and then just have another list of things that you could focus on in the pursuit of the other big goals as well. Okay, so now we've come to part 2 of this video, and that is all about how are you going to actually achieve these goals. What I want to say is that it's really easy for me and any other YouTuber to sit here and say, these are all the best practices for taking action, for goal achievement, for improving your life, for personal development. But the reality is, every single human being is different. This is why we float from video to video to video, trying to find a strategy that fits us. Very similar to like going to a store and trying on clothes until you find something that makes you feel beautiful. What I want you to think about, instead of me sitting here and telling you a bunch of different strategies that you can do in order to achieve your goals, what I want you to sit down and think about is, what have I done in the past to achieve my goals? What I want you to do is really think about anything that you've had as a goal in the past that you have actually achieved, whether that be graduating school, or whether that be raising a child, moving to a different country, health and fitness goals, relationship goals, or any area of life that you really have succeeded in. I want you to think about, what were the supporting factors to that success? And I want you to make a list of things. Was it that I was ultra organized? Was it that I had accountability? Was that I had a great incentive? I want you to really start to pull apart, for you personally, what helps you achieve your goals. Because it's different for everyone. Some people need discipline. Some people need incentive. I need pleasure. I need to enjoy the action that I take. Where I've had the best results in my life has been when I don't even notice that I'm taking action, because I'm having so much fun in the process. And I developed that by reflecting back on where have I actually had the most success in my life. YouTube, for example. I love filming videos. And so getting to the success that I have here has just been something that's easy for me to do. And so I really want you to start thinking about, the main ones, like I said, will be accountability. Maybe you had great support and accountability from a mentor, a coach, a friend, a teacher. Incentive. Maybe you progressed really well at a project at work because there was an incredible incentive at the end. Maybe it is being really well managed with your time, or maybe it is just the whole concept of burning the bridges, when you've, let's say, just moved overseas and you've just got to figure it out. Like, what is it specifically for you that makes you take action? And once you have actually started to think about what those things are, now comes the time when you actually make an action plan. For me, with the going into a Muay Thai fight, I'm actually going to sit down and plan out my workouts. Plan out if I need to lose weight because it's a weight class sport, how much do I need to lose and how am I going to do that? With the money goal, I'm going to sit down with my OBM and I'm going to think about, what are the products I'm going to launch? When are we going to launch these? What do I need to do in order to reach the goals for those particular launches? So once you've actually got that big goal, or those 2 to 3 big goals that you'd like to achieve in the year, you have to sit down and make an action plan for how you're going to do that. Now, of course, there's always room for magic, specifically when it comes to audience growth or making money online, the 2 big things that we talk about here. But fail to plan, plan to fail. You want to actually think about, what can I do in order to achieve these goals, and then make a specific action plan for that. Put it in your calendar, put it in your Asana, and I've got an Asana video here if you would like to check out what Asana is. It's a project management system. It's incredible. Put it in your Asana, make the investments that you need to make, buy the books, buy the courses. Just get yourself set up now for the action that you're going to take in the new year in order to achieve those goals. But I promise you, that, is the general advice that I would give to anyone. But the thing that is going to make the biggest difference, the thing that makes this video different from every other video on goals, is if you actually sit down and figure out, what have you done in the past to actually be successful? And what have you personally done in the past in order to actually achieve your goals? When you know that, you will unlock the secret to being able to achieve anything. you want to do in the future. All right, that is it from me. A bit of a different goals video, but I like to change it up every single year. If you'd like to have a goals binging session, then like I said, I'm going to have all my previous goals videos linked in the description below, along with my free workbook, which is another great resource for actually figuring out what you want next year to look like. Additionally, I want to remind you that this is the third video in a series all about changing your life. We've talked about figuring out what you want to do, we've talked about habits, and we have lots of other videos to come, so please look out for those. Make sure you have your notifications on. I so appreciate you. I so appreciate your time. I really hope this video was helpful. I really just want you to kind of take it easy on yourself next year. Just get yourself into a place where you freaking love life and that you love taking action and that you love achieving your goals. That will make everything so much simpler, especially on the other side of an incredibly stressful year. All right, I love you so much. I hope you have the most amazing day, and I will see you in the next video. Bye, guys.